In Providence, Rhode Island, it is Game 3 of the day in the Big 3. Threes Company versus the Ball Hogs. Come and knock on our door for more Big 3 action. Both teams are 0-3. Power, the defending champs, a bounce-back win, 50-36 in Game 1 over the Ghost Ballers. And despite a hot start from Greg Oden and the Aliens, the enemies come back. Harry Jones III as the game winner, 50-39. Along with Michael Rappaport, Brendan Haywood, I'm Carter Blackburn. So 2 in the books,
right.
1 more to go, and you have the classic something's gotta give matchup, 0-3 versus 0-3, Ball Hogs versus Threes Company.
Well, listen, when both teams come in there with that type of record, I think you're going to see both teams playing hungry, scrappy. Nobody wants to go out of this game 0-4. Both of these teams see an elite opportunity right here, so I think we're going to see some good, hard basketball.
As we take a look at the rosters, brought to you by State Farm. Your seat for the Ball Hogs' 3rd season in the Big 3, seeking first win since Week 3 of last season. Yes, Scalarbine looking hard as a co-captain. DeShawn Stevenson has been balling out for the Ball Hogs.
DeShawn Stevenson, an elite two-way player, able to get it done from behind the three-point line, but also give you the defense. But if you give him a crack at that three, he will never turn it down. That is what he was known for. Came in this league as an athlete, but left out of it as a shooter, and he has been shooting the ball very well lately for the Ball Hogs.
State Farm roster for Threes Company, who lost in the championship game last year. Revamped roster this year for Threes Company. Dermarr Johnson and Drew Gooden are captain and co-captain. Andre Emmett, scoring punch for Threes Company, coached by Michael Cooper. So an 0-3 start after you play in the championship game last week, and this has been the biggest problem for Threes Company, inconsistent scoring.
Yeah, the inconsistent scoring has been a problem because they never really have the balance that you need or the balance that you want to see if you're a good basketball team. There's normally one guy does well and the rest of the team is a little bit under the weather, or they're not quite there offensively. So you want to find a way to get good balance. That's what this league is all about. If you can get a couple of guys, 2 to 3 guys scoring instead of just one guy, you have a better chance of winning the game.
And as Threes Company tries to sort it out, they sort it out, of course, with Michael Rappaport.
All right, I'm on the court here, unprecedented access. Dante Jones, you make your return to the Big 3. Your team, Threes Company, is 0-3. What are you going to do to bring a victory to your team today, sir?
Bring a winning mentality. Defense, play hard, score a little bit, help them get a win.
Now, you played in the Big 3 before, though you didn't start this season. Talk about the competition and the physicality of the Big 3.
It's right up there with the NBA level. Guys out here playing hard every night. Guys know how to play. It's a different style of game, but it's still basketball and it's still a high-level competition.
All right, well, good luck. Somebody's going to walk away with a win. Somebody's going to walk away 0-4. You think about that, my friend.
Stop playing with me.
Okay, listen. I'm here. It's unprecedented access. DeShawn Stevenson. DeShawn Stevenson, sir. NBA champion. This is my man here. Okay, listen. Your team is 0-3. I like your team. I'm on record saying I like your team. Now, I don't know if it's Scalarbine, the curse of Scalarbine. I don't know what the problem is, but what are you guys going to do to walk away with a victory today?
We need a third scorer. You know, we got me and McDonald that's scoring the points. We get that third scorer, we'll win the game.
So are you saying that Scalarbine is not the person to actually be a third scorer?
Today, he probably will. All the crowd here, he might get a dunk. He might have 10 points tonight.
All right, well, good luck, D. Stevenson. Brian Scalarbine. I'm here with the guy they call the White Mamba. Some people call him the Red Mamba. First of all, you're back.
Called me that. By the way, how was your show yesterday?
My show was great.
So you actually made people laugh.
Yes, I made people laugh, Scal.
People pay to watch you make people laugh?
That's correct.
Who thinks you're funny?
Scal, as many people think I'm funny as many people think you're funny playing basketball. Scal, listen to me. You're out here. You played with the Celtics. Okay, your team is 0-3. Last year,
Stating the obvious.
Last year, you went viral because Greg Oden was throwing you around like a rag doll. Okay, what are you going to do to turn things around today?
So last week, I just said that you subbed in for me, and that was actually you out there. So I took a week off, right? So that's how I spun it, and guess what? Everyone believed it. This week's gonna be a little different. I'm home. Well, Providence, close to Boston. I'm home. So we got to get a win, man. We got to turn this thing around.
Do you think at some point you have to look in the mirror and say, it's not about them, it's about me. I'm the problem?
Yeah, for sure. I do that every day.
This is Brian Scalarbine. They call him the White Mamba. I have unprecedented access here. I got Drew Gooden. Drew Gooden's here. Drew. First of all, I like the headband.
Thank you. That's the future.
Okay, the beard's looking fresh to death.
A little bit.
What do you do to actually keep that puppy just moist and shiny?
Like I said, my Spanish barber Jose out there in Orlando, Hall of Fame barbershops, keeps me groomed and landscaped. But this is 5 cold winters right here. And I love to enjoy it more in the summer.
No, it looks fantastic. Now, more importantly, your team hasn't won a game all season.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you were talking about beards.
Yeah.
We're talking about grooming. Let's talk about winning. What are you guys gonna do to win this game, and what kind of problem does Brian Scalarbine pose to Three's Company?
Brian Scalarbine does not oppose any issues for us. No shots. But we're playing a team that's defeated as well. So it's going to be to see who is the last place team right now. But we got to make steps by getting a win tonight.
All right. Well, good luck. Have a great game, Drew Gooden.
Yeah.
Fellas, that's what you call unprecedented access.
We hope you enjoyed the Michael Rappaport show.
Yeah, shouts out to Drew Gooden's barber, Jose, down there in Orlando.
Now, maybe Drew hasn't seen this incredible number. Brian Scalarbine hasn't missed all season long in Big 3 competition. He has not missed. I mean, it is hard to get better than 1,000%. 2 for 2. Okay. Now, would you be intimidated if your opponent was perfect from the floor and opposed to Scalarbine is?
I would be intimidated if my opponent was perfect from the floor. But if they were 2 for 2, I really wouldn't be that worried about it.
Now, I think Michael may have hung the ragdoll nickname on Brian Scalarbine from last week with Greg Oden, but Aerosmith just up the road, we're in New England. I mean, ragdoll, get it while it's easy. So, I mean, the buckets have been easy for the Red Mamba, Brian Scalarbine.
Is that what we're saying? Is that how we're trying to spin it?
Technically, buckets because it's more than one. So, yeah, that's... Woo.
Speaking of spinning it, nice spin move in there by McDonald. Finish on the other side of the rim. I like it. I love when the big fellas get that work done inside. Like a lot of times now, big men are being overlooked in the league. I like when the big men are able to go out there and put their skills on display, show the nice footwork, the touch, nice move in there that McDonald showed. I live for those type of plays.
Now, do you take offense when people say it is more of a skill game now? I mean, you're a big man with big skills, right?
Well, so you talk about a big man with big skills. Look at McDonald. Look how versatile he is. You saw the spin move and the finish inside. Now he shows you the 3. So it is a skill game. But big men can have skills too. So, yeah, a lot of times they say it's about positionless basketball, and it's a lot of guys that don't really have a position, but they have tremendous skill sets.
That's a tough runner there from Drew Gooden. Co-captain, Three's Company, trying to get it squared away. Yeah, with a nice shot out for Jose.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if Jose's gotten more business out of this pulp from Drew Gooden and the beard.
Got to, man. Drew Gooden's beard is super strong, so Jose's definitely got to get more business for keeping that beard groomed.
DeShawn Thompson, Max Seal. Can't hit it. Thompson keeps it alive. Here's Gooden. Lines it up off the shot fake. Drew Gooden in the paint. Max Seal couldn't finish. Thompson couldn't finish either, but he stuck with it. DeShawn Thompson.
And that's a good take. That was a good take inside by Gooden. Not the quickest, but the nice pass. The shot wasn't made, but Thompson was able to come off the glass and get that nice offensive rebound.
Ooh.
I like the headband from Drew Gooden too. The little old school tie up. Kind of reminds you of like Dragonfly Jones off of Martin.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe something from the Woo.
Yeah, I like that.
Nothing to.
So DeShawn Stevenson has the traditional headband, but Drew Gooden got that old school.
Runner McDonald off the window. Gooden clears it.
And right now I'm trying to figure out what is Three's Company's offensive strategy like where do they want to go? Are they trying to just move the ball? Are they trying to go inside? It doesn't really look like they have a great feel just yet. That might be why they're 0-3.
It may be why Andre Emmett is coming off the bench as well to try to get some kind of an offensive flow.
You can't let that guy get that shot. That's what D. Steve does. If you let him get a crack from three, he is able to knock it down.
Fresno, California's own.
Oh, yeah. And the transformation he's made in this game has been phenomenal because a lot of people remember DeShawn Stevenson, the guy from Utah that was in the dunk contest. But as he had some back problems and he transitioned later in his career, he became an excellent spot-up shooter and defender. And that was his key role on that Mavericks team that won an NBA title, was that he was the guy that was able to play excellent defense, but then give you that three-point punch on the other end. He was a 3-and-D guy before they were calling him 3-and-D guys.
20 points last week after scoring 22 in the first 2 games combined. So DeShawn Stevenson starting to get his flow going. Ball Hogs 0-3. Stevenson turns the corner. Thompson couldn't finish at the rim. Here's Emmett. Andre Emmett off of 21 last week. Kick out Thompson. DeShawn Thompson.
Got a mismatch inside.
McDonald, Gooden. Couldn't catch it.
And one.
You saw it from the get-go.
Oh, yeah. Well, McDonald basically had a defender on the high side. He just simply walked him up the lane. The lob was there, and they had the mismatch. You see him right here? He just walks Gooden up the lane, seals him on the other side of the rim, really quick layup. Nothing Drew could do.
One shot for 2 here for McDonald. Three games, 3 double-doubles for Will McDonald, but they've all been in losses.
I think Dermarr Johnson checking in the game here.
Captain for Three's Company. Gooden has the board. There's Johnson. Quick trigger off the bench for DeMar.
Well, DeMar's not shy. He's going to let it fly. If he has an opportunity, he is definitely not turning down any threes.
Down to McDonald on the post. Right at Slim.
Oh, wow.
Big Mac versus Slim in the cylinder. Basket in her. Oh, Gooden was getting ready to argue, and he realized that he got the call.
Yeah, well, he thought the goaltend was on him, but it was McDonald. He kind of pulled down on the net as he goes by for the nice take here. When he jumps back in, he pulls that net, and that shook the rim. So the ref got the call right on who the goaltend was on.
Emmett backing down Stevenson. Andre Emmett. Oak Cliff, Texas. Dallas, Andre Emmett.
That was a tough shot right there. Excellent defense by DeShawn Stevenson, but better offense from Emmett.
Will McDonald in tie with a big finish.
And Will McDonald isn't playing around inside. He doesn't feel there's anybody that can check him, and he's putting that on display. Every time he catches the ball, he's going right to the basket. And he's not taking a lot of dribbles either. He's just doing what he has to do.
Big Baby from Baton Rouge had the game winner, last 4 points in game 1 for Power. And now Will McDonald from New Orleans, Louisiana, trying to bring his team first win of the year. Emmett, last 4 for Three's Company. Horn set, Childress attacks Gooden. Back to Childress, in on Gooden. That is an offensive foul. Drew Gooden takes a charge.
And that's a great charge right there by Drew. Not overreacting to Josh over from the outside, daring him to shoot that jumper and then drawing that charge, taking it right to the chest.
And Drew Gooden had that one lined up, so he will earn a well-deserved rest. And now Dante Jones. Welcome back to the Big Three with Three's Company, Dante Jones. Emmett crossing over on Childress. Emmett in tight, gives it up.
Got to get it up, shot clock running down.
Slim finds Emmett, closes it out with a soft touch. Feathery soft on the baseline for Andre Emmett.
Emmett has come off that bench and really giving him some pop.
Emmett has 6 off the bench, a half of Three's Company. A day in the life of Michael Rappaport in New England. Still talking, still stretching, still asking the hard questions with unprecedented access. And a sandwich for all the hard work.
Big 3. Tomorrow, the Big 3 is back on CBS and back in Brooklyn. Joe Johnson setting the league on fire. But Tri-State's Amari Stoudemire plans to show ISO Joe and the Triplets why he's the real king of New York. And then Coach Gary Payton leads his three-headed monsters into battle against Josh Smith and the Bivouacs. It all starts tomorrow at noon on CBS. Big 3 basketball. We're changing the game.
Big 3 on CBS.
Tonight at 7 Eastern, CBS Sports Network brings you more WNBA action as the Las Vegas Aces go all in against the red-hot Washington Mystics, only on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Head coach Three's Company, Michael Cooper, only person to win a championship in the NBA, player with the Lakers, WNBA, in fact, 2 WNBA titles with the Sparks, and G League, coach with the Thunderbirds, the 2000 WNBA Coach of the Year, and a tremendous, one of the all-time great defensive players in NBA history, Michael Cooper.
Oh yeah, definitely. Michael Cooper, just a true legend also in this game. Great Laker basketball player.
3rd season as Big 3 head coach.
Whoa. I thought Brian Scalarbine got away with some steps right there.
Oh, and his biggest fan, well,
AKA his biggest hater.
that's right.
Everybody loves Scalarbine.
Was that a travel?
I think it was. Yeah, I think safe to say. But White Mamba on the back of his jersey. And now it's a takedown in the post. White Mamba, a.k.a. Ragdoll.
Say it again.
Well, you see him right here. 1, 2. Yeah, that's like 7 steps. And he kept shifting that pivot foot.
Listen, fellas, Scalarbine, his family is here. He's in his hometown. You know, he's from Seattle, but he's representing Boston as a Celtic. Now, that was an air ball.
That was the first miss of the year for Scalarbine. He was 3 for 3.
But why he's flicking his wrist, you know when someone makes a mistake and they look at their hand, you know that they're in deep waters.
Is it a heat check when it's your 4th shot of the year? Is that safe to say, a heat check? And then Ragdoll is yet again on the hardwood.
Maybe instead of calling him the White Mamba, he should be called the Ragdoll.
I think the Steven Tyler nickname fits here in New England. Ragdoll.
I agree.
I don't know what you're gonna call him. I know the Ball Hogs need to stop giving the White Mamba the ball if they want to if they want to get back in this ball game. And Dante Jones, a very crafty defender. We call that pulling out the chair. When you pull the chair right out from somebody and you let them think they got that contact there, and you just step away and watch them fall.
Emmett in tight and 1.
Got it.
And what a game for Emmett. I mean, he's come off that bench. He's been very aggressive early on. Quick 8 points, looking for 9.
All right, so Emmett has been the big star for Three's Company off the bench. How would you assess the roller coaster so far for your man Brian Scalarbine, Michael?
I think he's playing well. I think he's a little overexcited. I think that both these teams absolutely want to win, because if you go down 0-4, the playoffs are going to be really, really hard to pull off. And as we all know, all these guys are competitors. They're professionals. That's Dante Jones looking good, and he's bringing that energy and that intensity that Three's Company has been lacking this season so far.
That was expert analysis, I would say.
It was great analysis by Mike Rappaport. There's Quintel Wood with a great jumper.
You know, about my analysis, I'm known for knowing the game.
Really?
I used to play, high-end basketball. I never played in a celebrity game with you. I don't know if they ever asked you to be in there. You never saw it up close, but it was real.
Sounds to me like Michael Rappaport is inviting a one-on-one game with Brendan Haywood to me. Is that perhaps, can we arrange that immediately? A one-on-one Rappaport versus Haywood?
Mike doesn't want that problem. I'll back him down every single time and put him in the baby seat.
Andre Emmett looked like he was trying to walk his way to the games in Brooklyn tomorrow at Barclays. That was like 19 steps.
It was definitely some traveling going on out there.
Well, Scalarbine is still 3 for 4 shooting on the season, and will then take a seat next to his Hall of Fame head coach, Rick Barry.
McDonald has been very impressive. whether it's showing the feathery touch on the jumper or showing the brute strength on the inside. He's given us a lot in this game.
Seeking his 4th straight double-double. Here's Dante Jones again. Jones facing up. Jones off the bounce, off the window. Dante Jones attacking Marcus Williams. He came ready to play.
And that's what Dante does. Dante's going to, he only knows one way to play, and that's play hard. He's going to attack the basket. He's going to try to make athletic plays at the rim, and that's what he was known for.
McDonald steps out, faces up. Threes Company's made its last 5 buckets. Dante Jones bowling balls it in. Max Seal, 6 straight buckets for Threes Company. They have found an offensive flow, but a no basket.
Whoa, no basket.
Clearing violation. We saw that.
Yeah, we saw that
second straight game.
Was it game 1?
Somewhere earlier today.
Yeah, game 1, we saw the no clearing violation against Corey Maggette. And now we're seeing it right now. You got to make sure you take that ball behind the three-point line. Great defense by Jones, though.
So we haven't reached halftime yet. Emmett and Jones not on the same page. Fresh 14 for the Ball Hogs, seeking their first win since week 3 of last season. Williams long 2. Woods gets tangled up.
Who's that foul on?
On Dante Jones. And I think Dante Jones is asking the exact same question as is Michael Cooper. Back to Quintel Woods off the bounce. Backing in on Dante Jones. That's a travel. Dante Jones baited him.
There's Dante Jones again. You're right, baiting him, pulling out the chair, giving the defender the contact, and then right at the last minute, easing back when the guy tries to impose his will. Smart defense by Dante Jones.
Dante Jones with a nice reception back on the bench. Subs out Drew Gooden back in. Dante Jones added to Threes Company's roster this week. Immediate impact.
And he's going to have an immediate impact just because of the way he plays. He only knows one way to play. That's to play hard, play at full speed at all times, and you need that.
Emmett turns around on Woods. Foul is on Gooden. Wow, Michael Cooper's out of his chair again.
Wow, I thought that foul was going to be on Williams on the box out, but Drew Gooden getting over the back foul.
It was 5 straight buckets for Threes Company, but the 6th was wiped out. Would have sent us to halftime. But Gooden gets his 3rd, set the remainder of the first half, but 1 more bucket for Threes Company. We're at halftime anyway. Although the Ball Hogs are sneaking up there as well. Playing the 50, halftime's at 25. Williams follows his own miss. Couldn't finish. Max Seal couldn't clear it. Ball Hog ball.
Do we have? I think we have another foul though. Do we?
I think so.
Okay, I thought he called a foul.
Definitely got a whistle. They're waiting to set the shot clock, I believe, to 10 rather than
That's
14.
what it was. They're setting the shot clock to 10. I thought they were calling a foul on 10.
Shot clock at 10 seconds. Woods off a good screen. Air ball. So Max Seal gets to finish and send us to the half. Jason Max Seal. Loose ball win for Threes Company, and finally to the half with a 5-point advantage. Winless Threes Company, who played for the championship of the Big 3 last year. Jason Max Seal with the bucket. Brian Scalarbine also had a bucket in the first half. But this one sends us to the break with Jason Max Seal. Michael Rappaport with the impact man off the bench, Oak Cliff's own Andre Emmett.
Andre Emmett, Threes Company. We know that you guys have not won a game this season. You're ahead at halftime. What are you going to do to close this puppy out?
Well, exactly what we did the first half. Play tough. And like I said, it's been a frustrating 3 weeks. But at this point, just shut up and play basketball and play hard and get the win.
What is it going to do for you guys to turn it around and make a run for the playoffs? Because that's coming up, Mr. Emmett.
Take it a game at a time. Like I say, for us, a half at a time. And just grind it out the whole season.
Dante Jones has made a big impact this first half. What does he bring to Threes Company for the rest of the season?
Dante's a winner, man. He knows how to win. He's a team player. He's absolutely here for the team. Experienced, So we need that. We missed that.
All right, well, good luck in the second half. You're looking fantastic out there. Fellas, that's what you call unprecedented access.
Andre Emmett, Texas Tech. Guns up for this Red Raider. 11 so far for Threes Company, up by 5 at the half.
Asia Wilson hopes everything comes up aces as she takes on the Mystics. Tonight at 7 on CBS Sports Network.
Big 3. Tomorrow, the Big 3 is back on CBS and back in Brooklyn. Joe Johnson setting the league on fire. But Tri-State's Amari Stoudemire plans to show ISO Joe and the Trippers why he's the real king of New York. And then Coach Gary Payton leads his three-headed monsters into battle against Josh Smith and the Bivouacs. It all starts tomorrow at noon on CBS. Big 3 basketball. We're changing the game.
Big 3 on CBS.
Big 3 basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by State Farm. Talk to an agent today at 800-STATE-FARM.
Game 3 of 3 in the Big 3 in Providence, Rhode Island today, 25-20. Threes Company on the Ball Hogs. Threes Company has a 5-point lead despite they haven't made a 3-point shot. With Michael Rappaport, Brendan Haywood, Carter Blackburn. A clear difference in the game when Andre Emmett came in for Threes Company and gave them an offensive spark.
He brought the energy, he brought the spark, and he came in that game and he just imposed his will. Sometimes it was some hustle plays, sometimes it was just some nice shots. But when you have that guy that can come off that bench and have that confidence to go out there and do whatever it takes, it definitely helps the team, and that's why Threes Company's in the lead right now.
Seeking their first win of the year, and Michael Rappaport has more.
All right, I'm with Scalarbine, the white mama. Scal, there's discussion that maybe we should start possibly turning your nickname into the Ragdoll. You've fallen down more times than you shot the ball this year. I don't like to see it because it's a reflection of me. I get mistaken for you all the time, and people are like, oh, I saw Greg Oden throwing you around, and then they're going to say the same thing this week. Come on, man, can you not stand straight and stand on the court?
He pulled a chair on me. I was trying to do my interpretation of Greg Oden, and it just didn't work. I tried to go beast mode, throwing elbows and all that. He pulled the chair, I went down. What do you want me to say?
I want to tell you this. It's bad look for me.
Sure, I don't care about you.
You mean what? Well, see, I'm conducting an interview. See, I wasn't done with the interview. Yo, I gotta get some sort of professionalism. I'm trying to conduct interviews. I got players walking away from me.
I'm writing down what I think may be the quote of the year in the Big 3. I don't care about you, and then a mic drop walk-off from Brian Scalarbine. That was as hot as it gets.
Well, listen, I guess Scal got tired of the constant jokes, and then he's been having this very tough first half. So Scal's a little ornery right now.
He is still leading the league in shooting percentage at 75%, 3 for 4. So,
hey, we're gonna stop saying that too. He's 3 for 4, man.
Yeah, that's.
Great take inside by Max Seal. Just a quick seal, got right to his jump hook. All about positioning. Guys like Max Seal, big, strong guys like that, it's all about positioning. If they can beat you to the spot, if they can get in there and seal quickly, they can be very effective against you. But if you can beat them to the spot and force them outside their comfort zone, then it's advantage defense.
The seal intentionally, you said, for
yes.
Jason Max
Seal.
Seal.
Yes.
All right.
I see what you did there.
Well, just point out you're smooth.
Mine wasn't even about being smooth. It was just simply about, that's a old school basketball technique. Guys don't really do it as much in the league anymore. It's just a quick seal inside. Like when you have a chance, oh, nice drive. When you have a chance, just go ahead and establish yourself in the paint. And speaking of establishing themselves in the paint, McDonald has been doing that all game long.
Able to switch to the left late as well, avoid the contest. DeShawn Thompson drops it out. There's Max Seal with a foul on McDonald, and a good find from DeShawn Thompson.
And Thompson did an excellent job coming around the corner of that screen and roll, forcing the defender to come up, and then just dropping a nice pocket pass to Jason Maxiell. See if Maxiell will be able to pay it off with the free throw.
Jason Maxiell from Chicago,
Shot time.
Can't convert. Played his college ball at Cincinnati. Childress takes it right at Jason Maxiell. Tough floater. Maxiell got a hand on it. So Thompson with an easy pick up there. DeShawn Thompson bringing it now for Three's Company.
Ball Hogs might even go back to McDonald and see what he has, man.
Ooh, Childress off the curl, gets around Gooden. Maxiell backing in on McDonald, can't finish. Finally, Jason Maxiell, third effort, Three's Company by 9.
That's back-to-back plays for Childress where his misses led directly to layups for Three's Company. They're going to start thinking he's playing for the wrong team in a second.
That's 2 assists for Josh Childress. On the wrong side. Down the bucket, goaltend. Ball Hogs need something to go their way. I mean,
Ball Hogs they're getting back into it though, and so all you need is a quick little run. They've gotten that, and now you slowly but surely try to walk your opponent down. Three's Company can't relax. They have to go out there and continue to do what they've done early in this game to get this lead.
An early 1-point lead for Rick Barry's Ball Hogs, seeking their first win since week 3 of last year. Stevenson left alone, late contest from Gooden. May have changed the shot. Loose ball, McDonald, somehow that one rolls out. Stevenson on the wing. Maxiell finally clears it for Three's Company. Now Maxiell on McDonald, face up from the free throw line.
Okay.
Jason Max seals it.
The feathery touch, and it looked good the whole time.
And he wanted that from the get-go.
Yes. You can tell he was setting up for that shot right there.
So now McDonald poked away from behind. Thompson gets a foul, however. As McDonald trying to go to work on the 6'7" DeShawn Thompson. Andre Emmett's going to sub back in for Three's Company.
And Andre Emmett with a very strong first half. Obviously, Coach Cooper wants to get him back in the game very quickly to see if he can continue to have that type of effect on the game.
DeShawn Stevenson off to Childress. Finger roll.
And that's one where Drew Gooden, you see Drew Gooden raise his hand. He knows that's a know your personnel moment. You want to dare Josh Childress to make those shots from the perimeter. Josh really doesn't want those shots, and Drew took the pump fake for obviously no reason.
And then Gooden gets it right back on Childress.
Well, you know, Drew has always been able to use his shoulder well as far as bodying guys off and then going out there to get his point. So he did a great job right there, taking advantage of Childress being too small inside. 3-on-3 basketball, there's going to be a lot of mismatches, a lot of one-on-one situations. The team that can win the most one-on-ones is normally the team that can win the basketball game.
4th overall pick in 2002, Drew Gooden. Three's Company trying to get its first win of the year.
Big three. Now that's a magic number. Got the homies balling out for the whole damn summer in that 4-point circle with that ghost ball of purple.
Next weekend, the Big Three has some big matchups right here on CBS. Yo, Joe Johnson's got one message for the entire league. Can't guard me. On Saturday in Kansas City, ISO Joe's triplets look to take down Birdman and the defending champ, Power. Then, Mario Chalmers may be Kansas royalty, but when Stat and Nate Robinson lead Tri-State against Chalmers' three-headed monsters, hey, they'll be looking to serve him a tall glass of humble on the rocks. Sunday, it's on to Oklahoma City, where Captain Steven Jackson and the rough and tumble Killer Threes brawl it out with DeShawn Stevenson and the Ball Hogs. Then, look out, Agent Zero's on the case, as the enemies Gilbert Arenas and Royce White put Coach Kenyon Martin and Trilogy in the crosshairs. Hey, it's Big 3 basketball, baby, and it all goes down next weekend on CBS.
Big 3 Basketball is sponsored by State Farm. Talk to an agent today at 800-STATE-FARM.
Back in Providence, Rhode Island.
Just keep doing what we're doing and don't panic. I mean, just get good shots. Let's try to go to the basket. They've got 2 team fouls. Our success to get back in this game is to get them in foul trouble. So let's go inside. Let's try to go inside to Will, and let's try to make it work. Let's run the rip, but with the screen up. Rip A. Screen up and try to get you inside. Let's try to get them in foul trouble so we can get the ball back and get back into the game. But let's go inside first, all right?
That's a man who has seen a lot of basketball in his day, and that sounds exactly like the game plan that Rick Barry and the Ball Hogs need to get back in the ball game.
Yeah, and that's a guy that knows the game of basketball, definitely wants the ball to go inside. And when you have somebody playing inside as strong as McDonald, you definitely want to feature him and let him go to work in there.
And yet, Max Seal takes it away. So, get your play you want, get the touch you want from McDonald, but Max Seal just makes a terrific defensive effort.
Well, and Max Seal right there just didn't allow McDonald to seal him inside. Constantly working, was able to get the steal, and his activity level was high. And this is a guy in the first half had a lot of high activities, Andre Emmett.
Emmett, floater, air ball. Childress couldn't finish. McDonald, now Josh Childress with a second chance with a big bucket for the Ball Hogs off the air ball from Emmett. Don't have to bring it back out after the air ball. Max Seal's going to take a face up again on McDonald. Now Emmett, guarded by DeShawn Stevenson. Emmett lets it fly again. Good box out from McDonald.
I think Three's company is missing some opportunities either throw it inside and try to get a score, or use the screen and roll. The individual one-on-one game. Oh, nice layup, nice, great pass by Emmett.
There's your screen and roll.
That's what I'm talking about. The individual one-on-one game from the perimeter. That's a hard way to win when you're talking about 3-on-3. Use some screen and rolls. You know, there's not 5 guys out here. There's not going to be as many rotations. And at the same time, use the post-up game. That's the key to winning 3-on-3 basketball.
Childress to McDonald in a 2-man game, and an answer for the Ball Hogs. Inside, McDonald gets the bucket per the instructions from Rick Barry.
And now for the Ball Hogs, this is the most important part of the court for you, defense. You're down 7. You have to try to string together 3 to 4 stops so you can get back in this ball game.
Max Seal slipped and drawing a foul on Childress. Awful look from Emmett on the wing.
And that was an excellent cut from Max Seal too. Big fella really moving well out there on the perimeter, getting right behind the defense.
Max Seal has moved well.
Yes, he's been moving great. He's a big body, but he's moving out there.
Max Seal. 1 shot, 2 points.
You hear with the crowd screaming, "We want Scal," but the Ball Hogs are like, no, we're trying to win this game. We need Scal on the bench for a little bit longer.
Emmett fouls Stevenson. Well, you know, Celtics 2005 to 2010, so USC and Long Beach, but Brian Scalabrine's got plenty of fans here in New England.
And it's always just been because of Scal's style of play. He always goes out there, he plays hard, he's not the most athletic. I remember playing against him when he was at USC playing for those Trojans. And when you first step out there, you're like, who's this guy? And then when you play against him, though, you start to respect him more because you understand that he knows how to play through his limitations. Not the biggest guy in the world, not the fastest, not the quickest, but has a very high basketball IQ.
Quintel Woods straight in on Dermarr Johnson. Quintel Woods still hooping. Memphis, Tennessee. Didn't play last week. Back on the floor for the Ball Hogs.
You know, it's interesting what you guys were saying about Scalabrini, the player. I like to look at myself as the Brian Scalarbine of broadcasting. I don't have the biggest vocabulary. I don't have a great sense of words and language. But what I do have, I take advantage of it. I play angles. I know all the shortcuts. And I will actually play dirty. Unlike Brian Scalarbine, he was never a dirty player, but I will play dirty, interview dirty, and hit below the belt. I'll do whatever I need to do to get the job done.
That's why Michael keeps coming over here threatening to rip off our headsets. He's not afraid to play dirty, to get on the microphone.
Why would I be? Why would I be? I'm preparing to go back to Brooklyn because tomorrow, as you know, we are in Brooklyn at the Barclays Arena, and Brooklyn basketball is the closest thing to Big 3 professional basketball. No blood, no foul.
So the ragdoll of broadcasting then, Michael Rappaport, is it, can we hang that one on you?
Say that again?
The ragdoll of broadcasting, Michael Rappaport?
I'll be and do what I need to do. If I need to get ragdolled to get the interview, I'll do that.
That is dedication. That is dedication. Yeah, Brooklyn's going to be big. Brooklyn is going to be Brooklyn's going to be turned out with a big three at the Barclays. Ball Hogs needing some kind of lift right now to avoid 0-4.
Yeah, they're staring 0-4 right in the face. Three's Company only 9 points away from locking down the victory.
Only 3 wins overall for the Ball Hogs. They won 2 games in 17, 1 in 18.
Ouch.
Playing to 50, so Three's Company closing in on its first win. Woods drops it off. Blocking foul is called.
I thought that one was a charge, but and they're going to the penalty, so it looks like Woods is going to the free throw line for an opportunity as well. But you see, actually, no, that was a great call. Dante Jones definitely slid on the Woods when he was in the air.
So Dante Jones gets a blocking foul, Woods to the free throw line. Woods, who played in the league last year with three-headed monsters. Boy, that's going to be a foul on Woods. He and Dante Jones getting tangled up. And then Quintel's there to help him back to his feet.
Oh, yeah. It's all love. Like I said, it's everybody just going out there competing, playing hard, and sometimes you're going to get a little tangled up.
Quintel Woods, the Polish League MVP.
Dante has a mismatch that he likes. Dante versus McDonald.
Crossover, Dante, kick out. Slam buries the three. Dermarr Johnson 4-3, and Three's Company 6 points away from the win. Largest lead of the game. Quintel Woods steps out for an answer.
They're going right back to Dante on that matchup. Now they switched it now. It's Woods on Dante. But what they're trying to do is isolate McDonald. And they got a nice isolation.
And Dante splits it and gets to the rim. Woods and McDonald.
Yeah, and McDonald has a huge advantage inside, but on the perimeter, it's advantage Dante Jones. And they're running screen and roll after screen and roll, trying to encourage that switch so they can get McDonald on whoever on the perimeter.
Easy 2 there for McDonald.
But now if you're the Ball Hogs, you have to try to find a way to hide McDonald because you know they're eventually going to be coming back to him on this play.
Emmett to win it with a 4-point shot. So close.
I like that. I see Emmett to win it. Let's see what you're doing out here.
Emmett was eyeing that one as soon as he touched it. Stevenson. Air ball out of bounds. Here it is. Providence, Rhode Island. You asked for the Red Mamba.
Sometimes you got to be careful what you ask for.
Ragdoll no more. He's in the ball game. Emmett floater for 2.
Okay, this is all. That's all they wanted to see. But now if you're like I said, if you're Three's Company, if you were ISO on McDonald, you definitely have to ISO the Red Mamba.
Jones, Scalarbine trying to D him up, and that's. Boy, they are all the way behind the man from Long Beach, California, former Celtic Brian Scalarbine. See if Emmett tries that 4-point again. In on Stevenson for 2, finger roll. Iceman in the building. He would appreciate that one from Andre Emmett.
And Stevenson thought Emmett got away with a little bit of a chicken wing right there.
Woods triple. Dermarr Johnson to try and end it for the win. Stevenson launches, and now another chance to win it. Jones brings it out. Dante Jones. ISO, crossover, Woods, bunts it in!
What a play by Dante Jones.
Three's Company has its first win of the year. Dante Jones closes it out. 50-38. Dante Jones with a tough runner to finish it.
And this has always been Dante Jones' staple, that right to left crossover. He loves to do it. You see him right here, goes through the legs, quick right to left, takes some contact and one with the left hand. I'm not sure what he's doing right there. Maybe he's saying, get on my hip, but Dante with the smooth finish. You see the move is it's quick and concise, but if you really watch Dante play, he always wants to rock you with the right to left crossover. That has been his staple since I was competing against him when he played at Duke.
Dante and Three's Company wins it. More from Providence in a moment.
Asia Wilson hopes everything comes up aces as she takes on the Mystics. Tonight at 7 on CBS Sports Network.
The enemy's Agent Zero has brought his fast trigger finger to the Big 3 limelight. But Trilogy's Jason the Jet Terry is no stranger to the big shot or the big stage.
On CBS Sports Network. He is on to Brooklyn tomorrow. It's Tri-State versus the undefeated triplets behind Joe Johnson. That's at noon Eastern on CBS, followed by Three-Headed Monsters, Bivouac, and then Killer Threes and Trilogy. Michael Rappaport is with Dante Jones.
Dante Jones, they're already saying you're the linchpin. You're the guy that brought the V, the first victory to Three's Company this season. How did it feel to be the guy to bring the monkey off their back?
Well, I told you we was going to get a win because I know how hard I play and what I bring to the table. Trying to get them to be more of a team, be out there collective, talking, having fun with the game that we love, playing hard, and just go out there and get a win. It's easy if you play as a team.
Now, former Celtic Brian Scalarbine, a.k.a. the White Mamba,
He got a lot of love, didn't he?
He got a lot of love. He came with an onslaught towards the end, but you guys fended him off. What is that like to fend off the Mamba?
The Mamba came out there ready to attack. We just had to attack him on defense. You know that's not what he do. He can score a little bit, but we just try to attack him and just play harder than them, and that's the key to our victory.
What can we expect you for the rest of the season, Dante?
Just to play hard and get wins. That's what we did last year. That's what we expect from ourselves this year. So try to finish out the season the right way.
All right, well, I'm glad to see you back on the court. You're looking fantastic. You seem a little winded. Maybe this week we do a couple of suicide.
I'm not winded. No, not at all.
Okay, I just
take my time. I'm older, man.
Okay.
I had to get out here for my boys. So Tanner, DJ, Dylan, they wanted to see me out here, so I came out there for them.
Okay, so you're not winded.
By no means.
Okay, I'm not saying you were winded. I'm just saying I thought maybe I saw.
If you think I'm winded, we just play some ones right now.
No, I'm fine, thank you. I'm wearing a custom shirt here, thank you. That's my man. Custom.
Shirt is custom. No way that shirt is custom.
No, this shirt is custom, my friend.
That shirt is definitely off the rack.
My man, this is custom.
No.
I got longer arms than you.
Stop playing.
I got 73s here, man.
Oh, my goodness. You are ridiculous.
I've heard some weak excuses for not taking on a basketball challenge. It's a custom-made shirt. Is definitely at the top of the list, Michael. I just got to say.
Listen, you know what it is? Hayward got all freaked out because he saw the flexibility. He sees that I keep myself in shape. Listen, he's a former athlete. You know what I'm saying? When you let yourself go, that's hard to look in the mirror and deal with. I'm in shape. I'm lean and mean. I'm rocking custom shirts. We saw the flexibility. The court's open. We could get out here and shoot some fours, some threes, some frees. Whatever you want to do, we could do it. Now, they are taking the court apart right now. We could do it in Brooklyn. We could do it in New Orleans. I don't know where you're going to be. But I'm here all summer ready to go.
That's a much better excuse than custom-made shirt. Viewers,
exactly.
You decide. Does Brendan look intimidated?
Not at all.
I don't think there's an intimidation
not at all.
whatsoever.
I'm probably the one with the custom shirt on here between me and Mike. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one with the custom shirt, custom blazer as well.
A custom-made day in the Big 3 here in downtown Providence, Rhode Island, and I don't know. Should we let Michael Rappaport have one more word on the day?
Yeah, listen. We're definitely rolling with Mike, man. Let Mike get some words in.
Well, listen, you guys. It was a pleasure sharing the booth today. You guys were fantastic. I had a great time. I love being a part of the Big 3. I can't wait to be in Brooklyn tomorrow. The games are going to be fantastic, and it's Big 3 basketball from BK. No blood, no foul. But it was a real pleasure, you guys, work with you guys today.
We better get out of here before they start heckling again. So for Brendan Haywood, Michael Rappaport, our entire crew, Carter Blackburn saying so long from Providence. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network in association with the Big 3. Coming up next is Born to Lead, the Sal Anesi story, right after these messages.